Hey fourth graders, this is going to be a quick review on decimals with tenths and hundreds. It also reviews on place values just in case. Um, Here we go. So here's our place value chart. To the left of the decimal point, which the decimal point is right about here, okay, we have our ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. And then to our right side of the decimal point, we have our tenths and hundredths. Okay, in fourth grade, we're only focusing on tenths and hundreds right now. So if I had a number such as, it would be read 2,134 and 13. Or it could be read 2 thousandths, 100ths, 3 tenths, 4 ones, 1 tenths, and 300ths. For our decimal points, so say the number was 2 tenths. Okay, remember fractions, the denominator of the fractions, which is the bottom number, means it is how many is the grid or the shape is cut up into equal parts. In this case, the denominator is 10, so therefore we have 10 equal parts, so 10 tenths. Okay, so if I have 2 tenths, that means the numerator tells me how many of the shapes or is colored in. So I have 2 tenths. 2 out of 10 of these tenth bars are shaded in. Now, if I had 2 100ths, now if you notice on this grid, on the right side of the grid, hundredths grid, I have these little cubes that are cut up into 100 pieces, so hundredths. So if I have 2 100ths, I'm going to color in 2 out of 100 of them. Okay. If I were to ask you to compare 2 tenths and 2 100ths, hopefully you would say 2 tenths is greater than 2 100ths. But if I were to ask you to make these equal, what would it look like is that means I would have to color in 20 of these little cubes or 20 of these little ones to equal to 2 tenths. So then now it would be equal to each other. 2 tenths is equal to 2 100ths. This is a quick little chart that we had used. On your far left-hand side, it is the fraction. Then you have the word form. So 4 tenths in word form is 4 tenths. That's how you would read it, right? And then what it looks like as decimals, and then a model of it using our grid in. Okay. Here is a little practice. So if we were to looking at 4 tenths, okay, I would use a chart on the top left-hand side. Do I have any ones? That means do I have a full 100 colored? No, so then that would be 0. How many tenths do I have colored in? I have 4 tenths, okay? And then how many hundreds? I have no little 100 pieces here, so then I'm just going to leave that blank. Therefore, my first one that's in the red is 4 tenths in decimal form would be 0.4. And if I were to do the one that is in green, same, I could use the same exact chart. Is there any ones filled? And in order for it to be ones, that means one full grid in will be colored. There's not, so then that would be a 0. Okay, my decimal point. How many tenths are colored in? Okay, well, even though these are 100 pieces, but if you look, there are now full 4 tenths colored in. How many hundred? That means if I were to have like little single individual ones like this, scattered or anywhere else colored, there's none, right? So then it's going to be 0. So therefore, my decimal point would read 0.40 or 0.40. Hopefully this helps you with your homework packets. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I will be making more videos on review material that we have learned throughout this year. Please stay safe and stay healthy. I'll talk to you soon. You lost it.